Hey guys, it's Vornskyr here, and today we're checking out DiRT Rally. Now, this is a game that seems to have come from nowhere. I got back from my unscheduled trip of a few days ago, and this was one of the first things I saw on Steam. And it's a new DiRT game by Codemasters that's in early access, because of course it's in early access. It seems you can't make games these days without that, but anyway. And it seems really cool. I've played exactly one race so far, but it seems to have really moved away from that arcadey style that the DiRT franchise went in. That's the reason I kind of stopped playing the DiRT franchise. I really liked the first couple of games, but it got a bit stupid after that. But this really seems to be going back to that kind of hardcore rally simulation sort of thing. It's really cool. So we'll jump in and do some career stuff in just a second. What I'm using to control this, I've got my G27 and using the clutch and the H shifter on that. And I should warn you as well that I'm really not very good at this, judging by the first race that I did. But anyway. So let's go into career. You can see we've got a garage down here. So these are all the different sorts of cars you can own, the different models and that sort of thing. So all the way from the early 60s rally cars up to the modern ones, which is pretty awesome. I haven't bought any yet. So I think what we can actually do is go into this championship up here. And we'll select this, which is the only one that's available. And I guess it wants us to pick a class. So what will we go for? I think Group B is probably the way to go. It's unlikely to end well, but still. Oh, we got to go to the Lancia. No, it costs too much. I really should have checked that. So that's the price down the bottom. I completely missed that. I wasn't even looking at it. I was just looking at the names. Anyway. So I guess we're going to have to go with one of the earlier cars. Let's just go straight to the 60s. Mini Cooper or Fulvia. Let's go the Fulvia. Okay. Yeah, own a car. And I got a bunch of achievements for that. We can change the paint scheme as well by the looks of it. 6 and 5. What buttons are those? I have no idea what the no idea what things are on my joystick. Oh, not joystick, steering wheel. Whatever. Oh, there we go. That's it. I got another achievement. Let's go with, yeah, we'll go with that one. Okay, let's select this car. Okay, so this is our first race. We're somewhere in Greece. That's the route. Looks like a fairly twisty sort of one. So we just got to wait for this to finish loading in. And it looks like it's in daytime, judging by that picture, which is a good thing because the first race that I did was at night, and what was really cool was that once I crashed into enough things and my headlights went out, I actually just couldn't see, which is somewhat realistic. Anyway, so what should we do? Should we do a shakedown? I guess that's kind of just testing out the car and all that sort of thing. Let's do that. I haven't driven this car before. So this is a really good looking game. I've got this on ultra settings at the moment. So I've got to hold down the handbrake. And then I just redline it and I'll drop the handbrake and the clutch once I'm ready to go. And there we go.
60, press right 6.
Alright, so I don't know very much about rally navigation or that sort of thing. I'm pretty sure that the higher the number is, the more gradual the turn is. So a 4, like a left 4 is a tighter turn than a left 5, basically. So, and sorry if I kind of just stop talking every once in a while. This does take a little bit of concentration. There we go. Hopefully my steering wheel isn't making too much noise or anything like that as well. I can see my microphone shaking around a little bit. A bit wide there. Alright, so it seems to be driving pretty well. Just got to try and avoid running off the road. Let's do a bit of handbrake. Not that it really needed it there. Alright, still going pretty well I think. Although there's no way of knowing. This is just to get a feel of the car though, really. Seems like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Seems like one of those cars that it's best to just keep it in third gear, basically. obviously unless you've got corners or whatever coming up. And I think that was another achievement. I'm getting tons of achievements for this. Anyway, that's a good enough shakedown, so let's enter the race and see how we go. So we'll do the same thing to launch it. Basically just you sit here redlining it, holding the handbrake, and once you get the green, you go. There we go.
60 crest, right 6.
Maybe a bit too much wheel spin there. I'm not really an expert on that, if you couldn't tell.
And left 5.
So I'm not sure how long this stage is actually going to be.
Left 4 long.
Rally stages can be pretty long. I mean, the first that first little race that I did took about 10 minutes, but that was also thanks to some really bad driving. So let's keep going through here.
Left 1 long. Crest.
Oop. Did not see that coming. That's what happens when you don't focus enough on the navigator's
Into right.
instructions. And one thing I will say is that there doesn't seem to be that standard Codemasters, you know, rewind flashback sort of feature. I don't know if they're planning on adding that later, as this is early access, so things will still be added to the game and all that sort of thing. Hopefully they don't. I do like not having it. You kind of got some consequences for screwing up,
Right 5 half long.
but we'll see what happens.
And left 4, 60. Keep right over crest.
Probably didn't need to shift down there, but gotta turn here. Slowed down way too much. Seems like just touching the brakes can really slow the car down a lot.
Into right 6. Into keep left over crest.
But I've only really had one major screw up so far, so that's not too bad.
80.
Right, so let's keep going through here. This game does look so cool.
5 times 2. Caution narrows, 60 crest.
Somehow managed to keep that under control.
Long, continues over crest jump, maybe 80. Right 5 over
Try and
crest
stay
jump, maybe, don't
around the
crest,
middle of the
60
road. Don't want to cut here, as he said, because that tends to get you in a bit of trouble.
Right 5 half long, tightens 3 long, don't cut, 80.
Oh, off the side I go. I'm dead. Oh. That happened. No guardrails or anything in this part of the stage.
Left 6. Into right 4 tights, don't cut.
And I'm not sure if you'll notice, but you can actually see the car keeps getting dirtier and dirtier. Like the windscreen gets all like dust and dirt on it and everything. It's really cool.
And right 6. Into caution, left 5 long, don't cut.
I'm not sure if the car's actually got engine problems or something, but doesn't seem to be making a whole lot of power in third gear at the moment. Maybe that was just because I shifted up too early.
Left 6, 80, keep left past junction. Right 6,
Straight through here.
Left 5 half long, don't cut, 250. Keep mid over small crest past junction, 100.
Still going somewhat well. We're about to reach the halfway mark. Right 4.
Left 5. And left 5 times 3, don't cut, 100.
Ouch. Not exactly what I wanted there. Oh. Yeah, making a mistake can really
Narrows, don't
slow you down a fair bit.
And left 3, don't cut, through dip. And right 5 crest. Left 1 half long, don't cut.
I really only seem to be using 2 gears at the moment, basically second and third. Little bits of handbrake every now and then, but I'm not using much of that. I just noticed, you see my side mirror down in the front there has actually been smashed now,
2 half long, don't cut.
which is kind of funny.
Left 6. Into right 5 half long. Into left
Still
5
going
half long, narrows.
fairly well, at
Into
least
right
I'd like to
5,
think it's fairly well.
Right 6 over bump, 60. Left 6. Right 5 half long, 80.
Again, I
over
probably
2
didn't need to
jump.
shift down there, but whatever. Couple of jumps here.
Into caution, right 4, don't cut, keep left over crest. 130. Left 2.
Got to be careful going over those crests, it's easy to lose your steering.
Right 6, 120.
Seems to go fairly well, although maybe not, hard to tell.
Right 6, 60.
My split time is a lot higher
Into left 5
About, what, 50 seconds split or something. Not really what you want. Oh, that's a wall there. Off the side I go. Luckily for that tree, it means I might be able to reverse myself out. Because you do take a penalty for recovering. Although, I probably spent more... Oop, that didn't work. I probably spent more time fucking around there than it would have just recovering it. And the recovery just, I think it just sets you back on the road where you went off. Oh god, not again. Why? Stalled it. I did say I'm not very good at this. Alright. One thing I've noticed is that you don't seem to see any other cars. I'm not sure if you start seeing that later or something like that, or in different types of races. I mean, this is only my second race. I've gone way too hot into there as well. Managed. Am I still going? Going to first. I think I am le fucked. Let's just recover that. There we go. 12-second penalty. It's all falling apart close to the end of the stage. I think we're in the last quarter of the stage now, but it's all falling apart.
Caution right 3 half long narrows, into left 6 half long, don't cut 80 crest.
Oh, that was a tight little bit there.
Into keep left over jump. Into caution right 5 over 80, times 2 narrows and slippy.
Slow down. Luckily that guardrail was there.
Long, don't cut, right 6. Left 6, 80. Right 6 continues 80 and times.
Alright, we're not far off from the finish now. And there's the finish there. Oh, the old car took a bit of a beating, but there we go. That was one stage. Damn. How did I go? 7th position. That's actually not too bad. I was expecting to be right at the very bottom. So... yes. Alright, let's hit the continue button, shall we? And another achievement. This game loves giving you achievements. Okay, so it looks like we're just going straight on to the next stage. Which is, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. But it looks like maybe a slightly higher speed. I think the start of the stage is going to be really twisty, but then it might ease up a little bit for the second half. Anyway, let's just do this and we'll see how it goes. And it looks like it's afternoon now as well, instead of nighttime.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And away we go.
Into left 5 to 60 crest. Into right 3 long.
And you might have already noticed there's no mini-map or anything like that telling you which way the track is going to, oh, that's a roll. But yeah, there's nothing telling you which way the track is going to go or anything like that. And oh, looks like I rolled myself back over somehow. So the only way you know which turns are coming up are by following your navigator's instructions.
Left 6, 60. Right 2 continues for 100. 60.
Sort of held that together.
100 over crest jump, maybe. Caution right 3 half long.
Another tight turn.
To left 6 half long.
Oh, come on. Keep going. Nearly lost it down the side there. Ow. Hit the side of the wall. You see our windscreen is getting a bit damaged.
Into caution right 5 over 80, tight 2 narrows and slippy. Into left 6 half long, don't cut.
Just wall ride my way around there. Why not?
Left 6, 80. Right 6 continues 80 and tightens 5. Left 5 bad camber, 80 crest jump maybe, 120 through dip.
Alright, keep going.
3 half long, don't cut, bad camber.
Ow, didn't slow down anywhere near enough there. Luckily we started facing around again, otherwise I would have had to reverse out of there.
Left 6 over crest. Into caution narrows, left 5 half long. Into right all long, 80 crest jump maybe. And right
So we'll see if we can make this a bit tidier from now on. That seems a little unlikely though, doesn't it?
left 2 long.
Get on the brakes there.
Into right
Might have slowed
wide,
down a bit too much, but at least I made it through without running into anything.
Left 2, don't cut, open long.
Oop.
Into small crest
Hit
jump,
the
baby.
hit the handbrake and also my microphone.
And right 5.
Okay.
And 4 half long, don't cut. Into crest jump, maybe. And caution, left 6, turn right 1 half long, don't
I mean, if this game did have those flashback things, you'd be using them all the time, wouldn't you? At least I would be. That didn't work. I guess it decided that going off the side of the road there was the same as going off a cliff or something. Because it did restart me straight away. But we've got about halfway through now. So I think, from what I saw on the map earlier, it should be a little bit easier now, hopefully. Or maybe it'll just be a bit faster. Up into 4th gear for like the first time, I think. Oh, that's not good.
Left rear feels flat.
And oh, left rear feels flat. I think I just lost a tyre. Let's just restart. Interesting. Look, I didn't know you could puncture tyres or whatever. So that just happened.
Into left 5 half long. Right 6. Caution, keep right up the crest. Into turn left 4 long, don't cut, 100. Keep right over crest.
Alright, so we're 3/4 of the way through, almost. Oh, which one am I going? Left? Okay.
And crest, 100. Crest and narrows, right 5 times 4.
We're going too fast. Ow.
And left 5 crest.
I think I just lost another tyre.
Into turn right 4, don't cut.
Ow. Come on, I just want to get back on the road. No, never mind. Oh god, this is not going well, is it?
Left 660, crest. Left 4 long, don't cut, times 3. Right 1 half long,
Alright.
don't cut.
Bit of handbrake for here. Hey, that kind of worked, almost, except for the part where I ran into the wall and I was in the wrong gear. Apart from all of that. Really tight turn there. Did a bit of clutch kick or something. Sort of worked.
Caution narrows, left 6 on crest. Right 5 don't cut, 100. Caution narrows, right 6 long, over crest.
That, whatever just happened, that doesn't sound good.
Caution braking 60, right 3 half long.
I think I'm just losing tyres left and right. Ow.
100 through dead.
Straight over the side. It's just, more like a crash simulator than anything else, at least when I'm driving. God, listen to all the, listen to all those noises. This whole car is just falling apart around me. Poor old Lancia. Yeah, that car's seen better days, I think. It's probably safe to say that. Well, let's have a quick look at the replay, actually. Is that the right button? Nope, that's not the right button. Just trying to figure out what I need to be pressing here. Is that the replay? There we go, that's the replay. Oh, ouch. Okay. So that might have been one of the places I went wrong then. One of the many places. Look how beaten up the car looks. It's got a really cool sound as well, this game. Like, just, it looks awesome, it sounds really cool. It's really cool. Even if I'm terrible at it. Alright, well, anyway. Let's get out of this. So let's save and exit actually. If I can hit the right button. Is it that one? No. Is it that one? No. Is it that one? Right. Well, there we go. So that's Dirt Rally. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely not your arcade rally simulators that well, arcade simulator doesn't really work, does it? It's definitely the arcadey sort of games that the Dirt franchise became. It seems to be definitely going back to the more simulator roots. It's really cool. There'll be a link to the game in the video description. I'm really enjoying it, even though I'm terrible at it. There is also online stuff. So we can have a look at this just for a sec. I'm not going to do any of these races, but we can have a look at it. So these are just different sort of events, I guess. So I'm not really sure how all this works. It looks like, judging by the timers, I guess there's a number of different events. And yeah, it all seems really cool. So like I said, it is in early access, so there may be glitches or whatever. There's probably not as much content yet as there will be when the game's finished, whenever that may be. But I think it's a lot of fun to jump in and play around with, especially if you're into rally games. You'll probably do a lot better than I did, but that's not too difficult, I don't think. But anyway, so now that I'm back from my my unscheduled trip, we should be getting back into the normal swing of things, so there'll be a bit of Elite, bit of Star Citizen, all that sort of thing coming out soon. But until then, I think I'll end this one here. So, as always, I've been Vornskyr. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.